Breaking news, federal prosecutors resting their case in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking and racketeering trial. Jurors heard more than 6 weeks of testimony from nearly 36 witnesses. Prosecutors argue their case proves that the music mogul ran a criminal enterprise using business to lure and traffic victims. Both sides have played recordings of the alleged sexual freak-offs, and the jury has seen nearly 45 minutes of those explicit videos. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges and denies any wrongdoing. I'm joined by Rena Roy, live outside the courthouse, also civil trial attorney Trey Lovell. So, Rena, what's the latest from court?
Yeah, well, Kira, the prosecution rested just a short time ago, and we are hearing from our teams inside the courtroom that the defense just asked for an acquittal, asking the judge to immediately find Sean Combs not guilty of all the charges. A defense attorney saying, quote, the defense moves for a judgment of acquittal on all counts, saying that the government has failed to meet its burden. Now, as we know, the government's case has lasted more than 6 weeks. The jury has heard from 34 different witnesses over the course of 28 days. They have seen just really a mountain of evidence here, hundreds of exhibits over the last several weeks. Now, the prosecution's final witness got off the stand a short time ago. It was a summary witness, a Homeland Security special agent who sort of summarized the logistics, if you will, of those so-called freak-offs. The defense will soon present their case. No witnesses, just evidence will be admitted to the record. Of course, we are waiting to hear how the judge will rule on that acquittal request. And tomorrow, if things stick to the timeline that we are hearing, we will see a charging conference when both sides will argue how exactly they want to see the jury instructed on the law, Kira.
All right, well, Trey, the defense is not calling any witnesses, including Combs. What do you make of that legal strategy?
You know, as I was saying, the only reason not to call any witnesses is if you are absolutely certain you have reasonable doubt and you don't want to do anything that's going to detract from that, take away from that, which includes calling your own favorable witnesses. So when they did that, it shows that they have the utmost confidence that they've already poked enough holes in the case and are ready to go to closing arguments.
All right, Rena Roy. Trey Lovell, thanks, guys. And for more on the trial, of course, you can catch our show, Burden of Proof, the case against Diddy, every night, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on ABC News Live. Also, you can check out Brian Buckmeyer's podcast, Bad Rap, the case against Diddy, wherever you listen to your podcasts.